Assalamu alaikum dear students, hope you are doing very well by the grace of Almighty Allah. This is Khaleda Akhtar, Assistant Teacher of Social Science, National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. Today I am going to take a BGS class for the students of class 9 from chapter 1. Today's topic is chapter 1, CBQ 1 and 2. We will make the questions answer. Okay, so let's have a look on the board. Students, this is class 9, subject BGS. Topic chapter 1 CQ 1 and 2. Term half yearly examination. Today's lecture is 10. Dear students, note that this is lecture 10 and SW number is 8. I have given my name and phone number. You can contact me if you have any need. Okay. So dear students, let's start our class for today. Students, we are going to discuss about the question number 1 and 2 from your book. These are creative questions and we will try to solve the questions in a possible good way. Okay, so let's start the discussion about question number 1. So the first question, in the stem we can see that there are two tables. There is a table of comparison in the both table. Okay, the first one is the comparison between heads. Okay, heads of comparison in West Pakistan and East Pakistan. At first, army officers, that means the recruitment process, what is the percentage of people from West Pakistan and East Pakistan, these are shown in this table and we can find out easily the discrimination between West Pakistan and East Pakistan, how was that. Okay, so the first one is army officers, and there are 95% people from West Pakistan was recruited as army officers, and from East Pakistan it was only 5%. And the second one is soldiers. There is 96% from West Pakistan and 4% from East Pakistan. High officials of the Navy, it is 81% from West Pakistanis and 19% from East Pakistan. And the other posts of the Navy, that means the rest of the people who are joined Navy, from West Pakistan it was 91% and from East Pakistan it was 9%. So dear students, we can see the discriminatory attitude in the recruitment process, okay, from this table 1. And in the table 2, it is the comparison between the allocation for the East Pakistan and West Pakistan. That means how much money was spent for East Pakistan and West Pakistan. From the first one is from 1955 to 1960. West Pakistan, it was Taka 500 crore, and in East Pakistan it was Taka 113 crore. And from 1960 to 1965 it was Taka 22,000 and 230 million Taka, and for East Pakistan it was Taka 6,480 million. So from this table number 2 we can get the attitude of discrimination as well. Okay, so let's go to the question. The first question is, what was the first movement launched by the Bengalis for the national emancipation in the Pakistan regime? Here the word emancipation means freedom. That means for national freedom, what was the first movement launched by the Bengalis? So go to the answer. In the first question, for the first question, answer is given here. We can have a look in the answer. The first movement launched by the Bengalis for national emancipation during the Pakistan regime was the language movement of 1952. That means the language movement of 1952 was the first movement launched by the Bengalis. That means it was the first expression of Bengali for the liberation war of Bangladesh. That means it was in 1952. So the second question. The second question is, describe the historic significance of the mass uprising of 1969. Describe the historic significance. That means we know mass uprising was happened in 1969, and what was the significance, what was the historic significance of that event here is said to describe. So go to the answer. Here number B, Pakistani Junta Ayub Khan was forced to resign as the consequence of the mass uprising in 1969, and before his resignation he withdrew the Agartala case. The nationalist ideals started growing up in the minds of the people of East Pakistan for the fruitful uprising in 1969. This event had an influence in polling of 1970 and the Liberation War of 1971. That means for the Liberation War of Bangladesh, the event of 1969, that means mass uprising, was also responsible, and it has the great significance in the Liberation War as well. And the third question, come to the third question, students. Explain the discrimination between East and West Pakistan reflected in the table Nom 1. I am saying it again. Explain the discrimination between East and West Pakistan reflected in the table Nom 1. That means we have analyzed this table and we saw that there is the discriminatory attitude of recruitment and economic sector. So the question is, explain the discrimination between East and West Pakistan reflected in the table number 1. That means we need to make the answer on the basis of first table. Okay. So let's go to the answer. In the answer number C, before the establishment of Pakistan, East Bengal was in a better condition in economic, social, educational and other sectors in comparison with West Pakistan. However, East Pakistan started lagging behind due to the oppressive rule of West Pakistan established in 1947. Discrimination between the two pairs was looming large since then. East Pakistan was prevented from playing any effective roles in the administration of Pakistan. The Bengalis would often experience discrimination in the recruitment and promotion in the army, navy and air force. Only 5% of officers, 4% of general soldiers, 19% of high officials in the navy, 9% of lower officials, 11% of pilot in the air force, 17% of technicians belong to the Bengali community. So it can be said that the discriminatory attitude of the West Pakistanis was heinous towards East Pakistanis. So this is the main theme. Actually this is the main scenario of the discriminatory attitude. So you can if you want to make any changes in the answer, you can go through the book, and if you can make the better answer, that will be appreciated, no problem. Okay. So dear students, go to the question again. Question number 1 and the D. Evaluate the economic condition resulted from the discrimination between East and West Pakistan shown in the table Nom 2. So we have to show the economic condition resulted from the discrimination between East and West Pakistan shown in table number 2. So we will make the answer on the basis of this table, that means number 2. So go to the answer again. Number D. West Pakistan was in a much better position in comparison with East Pakistan due to the discriminatory policy of the Pakistan government. For example, East Pakistan received an allocation of Taka 113 crore 3 lakh and 80,000 from 1955 to 1955 to 56 to 1959 to 60. On the other hand, West Pakistan got Taka 500 crore in the same period. The foreign exchange earned through export of jute, tea, etc. used to be the expenditure for the development of West Pakistan. That means the allocation was the allocation was received from the USA. Most of the allocation was spent for the development of West Pakistan. As a result, East Pakistan started lagging behind in the fields of trade, commerce, industry and agriculture. In conclusion, it can be said that the above figures prove that West Pakistan showed boundless discriminatory attitude toward East Pakistan. So dear students, this is the answer of the first question, and now we will go to the second question. In second question, similarly, there are two figures. There was two tables and there are two figures. In the figures, there is the statistical analysis of Central Civil Service, Foreign Service, Infantry Force, Pilot, Air Force. Here is the comparison between East and West Pakistan. The white portion is for the East Pakistan and the black portion is for the West Pakistan. So here is the also discriminatory attitude is shown. And the figure number 2, here is the comparison between foreign currency, the US aid, the other foreign aid, Industrial Development Corporation, Industry Loan and Investment, Industrial Development Bank. So these are for the East and West Pakistan. Here white one is for the West Pakistan and the black portion is for the East Pakistan. So say there is also the discriminatory attitude because most of the portion was for the West Pakistan. So let's go to the first question, question number A. In which year was the Yukta Front formed? Yukta means united. So in which year was the Yukta Front formed? So dear students, go to the answer again. This is creative question 2 and answer number A. The Yukta Front was formed in 1953. So this is the answer. The Yukta Front was formed in 1953. And the second question, what do you mean by Bengali nationalism? What do you mean by Bengali nationalism? This is the second question, the question number B. In the answer, Bengali nationalism is rooted in the expression of pride in secular, cultural, intellectual and revolutionary heritage of Bengali. The language movement was the primary step to unite the Bengalis first. From then Bengali started, it will be then. From then, Bengali started realizing the significance of politics, economy and culture of their own. The language-oriented unity made a solid foundation for the Bengali nationalism. That means nationalism means the feeling that the feeling of same thing. That means they are same in secular, cultural, intellectual and revolutionary heritage. They have the same thing. Okay, so this is the feeling of nationalism. And number 3, which of the 6-point demands was raised in the light of the statistics shown in the figure number 1? So the number C question is, which of the 6-point demands was raised in the light of the statistics shown in the figure number 1? As we know, 6-point demands has 6 points. So which point from that 6 point, which point has the light of which point was raised in the light of statistics shown in figure number 1? In the figure number 1, what is the scenery from the 6-point demand? We will find out through the answer. Okay, so go to the answer again. In the light of statistics shown in figure number 1, the demand of forming military force has been flashed. So the light is, in the light of statistics shown in figure number 1, the demand of forming military force has been flashed. We can see that from the given graph there was a discriminatory attitude in recruitment in the shown 5 sectors. Only 16% employees got chance to be recruited in civil service from East. On the other hand, 84% got recruited from West. There were 15% in foreign service, 5% in infantry force, 11% pilot force and 4% in the air force from East Pakistan. Here I have used the short form, but you will write in full form. Okay, that means you will write East Pakistan and West Pakistan. Here also you will write West Pakistan, not P. Okay, West Pakistan got the rest share of recruitment. As a result, the destiny of East Pakistan was under it will be trade. As a result, the destiny of East Pakistan was under threat. To ensure security in East Pakistan, the forming of military force got placed in the 6 points demand. So this is the whole scenario which was reflected in figure number 1. In question number 2, figure number 1. So the last question is, the 6 point demands were raised for the discrimination shown in figure number 2. Are you agreed to the statement? Show reasons in favor of your answer. The 6 point demands were raised for the discrimination shown in figure 2. Are you agreed? That means they are asking you whether you are agreed with the statement or not. If you are agreed, you have to show the reasons, or if you are not agreed, then you have to show the reasons also. Okay, what may be your answer? You may agreed or not, but you have to show the reasons whether you are agreed or not. Okay, so let's go to the question. The point is obviously for agreed. Yes, I agree with the statement given in the question. And now this is the reason why you are agreed. We see in the graph that the money for the development of East Pakistan was spent only 20% for East Pakistan and 80% for West Pakistan. Here I used short form. Remember, boys and girls, don't use short forms. Okay, you have to write the elaborate form, that means East Pakistan with the spelling, and 80% of West Pakistan. Only 34% of help fund got from America was spent for East Pakistan and 66% was spent for West Pakistan. Here is the discriminatory scenario, that here is 34% for East Pakistan and here is 66% for West Pakistan. It is also seen that for industrialization only 42% was spent in East Pakistan while 58% was spent in West Pakistan. Thus, West Pakistan showed discriminatory policy towards East Pakistan. The 6 points included economic, political, martial and other rights of the people of East Pakistan. The demands reflected the national spirit of the Bengalis. So dear students, this all was for your better understanding. I tried to help you in making the answers of the question, but if you can make any good, if you can make the answer more fruitful, more better, it will be appreciated, no problem. It is not mandatory to follow this question, but the question what will you make, it should be right, and you can gather more information about this event, and we will be very happy if you make the answer very exceptional. Okay, so dear students, look at the board again. This is the SW, this is SW Norm 8, lecture number 10. This is the SW for you from chapter 1, CQ1. From CQ1 you will make the answer of C, only C. That means the question is explain, that means the question is from 1, explain the discrimination between East and West Pakistan reflected in the table number 2, table number 1. You will have to make the answer from this table. So dear students, hope you have understood today's topic and the discussion as well. Keep practicing at home, do your study properly, maintain your security and your health policies, and abide by your parents. See you the next class. Assalamu alaikum. Allah Hafiz.